It is really exciting to pastor a church that is so multi. I mean, we're obviously multi-ethnic. We have every color in God's rainbow here, but we're also extremely multi-economic. I mean, we minister everywhere from people who have lots and lots of money, they're doing very well, to those like Mark who come off the street. And that's part of my passion. I mean, I love preaching and seeing an extremely successful person sitting right next to someone who's just coming off the street. Knowing that our goal is not to just leave them on the street, but to help them out right now as we help Mark. And then someday Mark can be so blessed, maybe he'll be the one helping out someone else in the future. That's part of our goal and passion as a congregation.
Well, after I lost my mother, it was, first of all, I was a drug addict, and I was just on my way down anyway. You know, being in my addiction and that I did some things that, you know, that I normally wouldn't do or other people would normally not do. You know, I was addicted to methamphetamine at the time. Got arrested for shoplifting before. You know, the cycle just kept turning down and down and down until finally I lost the apartment we were staying in. Didn't have no income, no job. Just kept spiraling down until finally we just became homeless. And this was me and my son. And at the time my son was about 5.5, 6 years old. We ended up riding our bicycles around, having backpacks with some clothes in it, and eating Rice Krispies and peanut butter sandwiches, not having anywhere to go except for running around from town to town, you know, for about 40 days till finally I couldn't do it anymore. Like, gave up and sat down on the curb, and my son was sitting next to me, and I was crying, and he put his arm around me and he said, "Daddy, why are you crying?" And I said, "Michael," I said, "I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. And I'm just crying to God for his help." And my son put his arms around me. He said, "Daddy, it's going to be all right." I said, "I know, Michael, it's going to be all right." Knowing that there's a God out there that loves you, and for him to come and look down on me as I was crying at the curb, being homeless and broken and nowhere to go, you know, he started to, you know, help me out. You know, I asked him, I said, "Lord, I'm willing to do anything and go anywhere. Just put me in the right direction." And he did. Next day I came here to Faith Community Church. I was on my bike and I just started riding. And it was Sunday morning and I just happened to turn the corner and I ended up right here. And this is where I received the Lord. The burdens of my life, you know, just seemed to fall off my shoulders. It was like, you know, 100-pound bags just being lifted off. And then walking into the altar ministry and talking to one of the altar ministers there, I told them a little bit my story about what I was going through. And, you know, at the time I didn't have a place, I didn't have a home, didn't have nowhere to go. The gentleman gave me $50 out of his own pocket and asked me to get a hotel room and some dinner for me and my son. They gave me a referral to Set Free Christian Shelter. And another door opened up and I went into a recovery center. Now I'm all of a sudden I've got my own room and my own bed. I've got my son with me, you know, which was most important because I was so afraid that I might lose him. So I spent 7 months in recovery and learned a lot about myself. You know, I had a Bible with me. Of course, the Bible I received here was with me. I kept it in my backpack. I just kept reading my Bible and learning a lot about my behavior, about my addiction, and how to change my life. And just by reading the Word and asking Him for help and help change my life and transform my life into a new person, it was like a spiritual awakening. You know, today I manage a sober living. We do Bible studies, you know, once a week, get them motivated to find jobs. It's a stepping stone to the real world. And for me, it's my way of giving back to what the Lord had given me so that I may lead others to Christ and change their life too. My son he's ADHD. He's a pistol. But he's calming down and he's doing wonderful. Matter of fact, he blessed all the kids that are sober living with all the Kids Net bucks that he earned. blessed them, and they bought Bibles, and oh, it was just, it's awesome. What he's doing, you know, he's my little servant. I can't believe how my life has been changed just by first coming here, and then you know, bringing other people and what the Lord's been doing in their lives, and that's the awesome thing.